Chad Little is climbing through the field. Once again, he gets underneath Mike McLaughlin in the Team 34 entry.
The amazing part, that's the 7th spot as they come down the back straightaway there, down into the corner.
And just ahead, Buckshot Jones and Elliott Sadler. Look at this pack coming down the back straightaway.
Chad's sitting in a pretty good spot right now. I know he had a problem earlier, but if they're not going to charge him for 2 tires and he can get 4 more, I tell you what, I'd like to be in that position right now.
Boy.
If I was in front of those 2 cars. That's starting to get exciting, isn't it?
So the Sadler brothers right now are running 4th and 5th. And Elliott in his first Busch start. Chad Little's going to try to change that right here.
Mike has fresh tires on any race car. Boy, when you get them, you look like Superman. Right now, he's on fresher tires. You see him running the bottom of the racetrack, actually passing fast cars.
That is a driver's best friend right there. New tires are what a driver loves.
New right side tires for Chad Little. And now Elliott going after Hermie.
Chad after Elliott. 3 wide as they come up out of turn 2 there.
The Sadler brothers is not a TNN program, folks. That's those other guys.
The Sadler's mother right now is saying, "Oh, don't wreck, because that would cause problems at Christmas dinner."
That would be expensive.
Yes, it would.
You can see how much forward bite he has on Chad Little's car there, up out of the corner. He pulls them 2-3 car lengths. Here comes Spencer.
He's trying to get. Oh, I don't know what he's trying to get, but he is trying to get one of his 2 laps back. When he was black flagged for that sheet metal, he went 2 laps down. So now Jimmy is 1 lap down plus distance.
Mike, he really don't run very well till he gets 2 or 3 laps down. Then he really turns it on. In Myrtle Beach 2 years ago, he lost 3 laps, went back out, made them all up under the green, and ended up winning the race. So don't count Spencer out no matter how many laps he's down.
All right, which Sadler brother do you pull for, Mom?
Elliott's in the lead. Here comes McLaughlin on the bottom there.
So Hermie drops back behind younger brother as Mike McLaughlin goes to work on the bottom. The French's mustard car.
Elliott has a whole lot of experience here at South Boston. He's won a lot of races. He's leading the late model stock track championship points right now. He's had a really good year here, and he's just improving on it.
Now, these 2 drivers tried to knock each other out of the park about 5 laps ago. Jeff Green in number 3, the good wrench car, and Elton Sawyer in the Ford Credit Ford, number 38. They are running kind of like in contact here.
Well, that's kind of like walking behind somebody in the hall. If they stop, you kind of bump into them. It's not that these guys have anything against each other. It's just hard racing on a short track.
Well, they did rough each other up pretty good in the back straightaway a couple of laps ago after a little bump down in 1 and 2. Now, let's see what happens in traffic. 64, that's Bobby Dotter today. As we explained earlier, he is buying out the assets of the race team that he has co-owned with Ronnie and Lee Smith. But today, won't work with them. He's in the 64. Now, Jeff Green nestles right up to the rear bumper of Elton Sawyer, and that's Tim Fedewa in the Duragloss, number 55. Now you're watching from out the back of, I believe that's Sawyer's car. Yes, at Jeff Green. Good thing we don't have bumper cam on Elton's car today.
And would probably be laying on the racetrack right there.
You bet.
Yeah, but there's exactly what I was talking about. They've raced for, what, 8-10 laps now, bumper to bumper like that. Nobody's put any sheet metal out there on the racetrack. They're just trying to get around this place fast as they can and not cause any problem.
3 wide. Look, there's no room for that.
It might not work, guys.
I don't believe they got away with that. And Elton goes to the head of the class on that battle.
That was a nice move by Elton. That took a lot of guts to do it, but he pulled it off. And I tell you what, that was a big move, too, because he picked up 2 spots, and he got a little space between him and Jeff.
All right, now you're riding along with Bobby Dotter. That's Jeff Green right alongside. Green makes the pass. Good, hard knuckle racing here. That's the racing for 13th place. That's pretty good. All right, we've got 110 of 300 laps complete here at South Boston, Virginia, in the Ford Credit 300. Still up front, Johnny Benson. Tough day on pit road as the caution is out for a spin by Tim Fedewa up in turn number 4. First, there's Jeff Green going way up the track in turn 1.
Jeff, you can see he got way out there. I mean, in that loose stuff. That's marbles, that's dirt, that's everything that makes you get in the wall. He was very lucky not to hit. Now, watch Fedewa come into this corner. Jeff Green is directly behind him. I don't know whether there was any contact between them or not, but around he goes.
It looked to me like Fedewa got a little bit loose, and then Jeff got into him. Just a little momentum cost him. Now, the scary part.
In the pits, Johnny Benson was the leader. He was the first car into the pits. Upends the catch can man on Rodney Combs' car, who was not hurt. But Benson was blocked in his pit stall by Combs in front, and I believe Jason Keller's car behind. There just is not a lot of room on this pit lane, and so Benson comes out of the pits way back. Elton Sawyer missed his pit coming in and has to come in and stop now at lap 118. We're under caution. We'll be right back. Man, this is fun to watch. We're back under green. Chad Little did not make a pit stop. He is the race leader. The cars on fresh tires are trying to fight their way to the front, and what a melee in the middle of the pack here.
What Chad has to do right now is just sit there, taking care of his tires, and really not abuse them right now. He's not fighting other cars to get to the lead, so he ought to be able to protect his tires pretty well.
Now look at this pack. David Green moves up. Elliott Sadler underneath Tracy Leslie. Johnny Benson, who got caught, blocked in his pit, and fell from the lead back to about 10th spot. Now running 8th. And everybody on fresh tires. Everybody's really brave on new tires.
I tell you what, it makes you do some crazy things sometimes. It's three-wide racing. You just don't see that on a 0.4 of a mile racetrack, but we've seen it at least 10 times in the last 3 minutes here. Tracy
Leslie caught up high there by Sadler, Elliott Sadler, and Johnny Benson, and Jeff Fuller poking his nose down on the bottom. And here comes Elton Sawyer on fresh tires as well with Kevin LePage. Here's your Napa Fuel standing update. Napa, we keep America running. Here's how they're running. 128 laps complete. We watch the battle for 7th place here. Benson takes Fuller with her. Remember, Tracy Leslie is 1 lap down. It's number 72, the Detroit Gasket Chevy. And there's Jason Keller and Jeff Green moving back up as you ride with Elton Sawyer behind the rookie, the former national modified champ, Jeff Fuller. Had a great run going in Talladega last week until he got up against the side of Rick Wilson. Brought out the last caution of the race. 3 wide. And underneath, there's Elton Sawyer. Underneath Jeff Fuller and underneath Tracy Leslie.
Well, that camera makes it look like a super speedway straightaway. That thing you can eat it up in no time flat. You just count 1, 2, 3, and they're back in the corner again.
You know, here they never get the car turned straight. They always have the wheel turned just a little bit. It's really not a straightaway. It's just a continuous turn around this whole racetrack.
And you notice Helton's down there on the flat where nobody else is running.
Yeah, and I'm afraid that's going to hurt him here in a little while. It looks good now on new tires, but you're really being abusive on those tires right now, and you've got about 170 laps, 160 laps to go. He's got a long way to go on that set of tires.
Running for 8th place now against Elliott Sadler.
Well, you see Elliott getting a little bit better bite up off the corner. He pulls the car length, but there they go down in the corner. They get pretty even again. As you said, though, Jeff, he's really abusing those tires. That'll come into play in about 15 or 20 laps from now.
Sometimes in racing, you don't want to race. I know that sounds stupid, but sometimes you're better off just tucking in behind somebody and riding. It's hard to look at the big picture sometimes. It's really a tough ball game racing because you want to run hard every lap, but that's not always the best thing to do.
Up for the lead, Curtis Markham in the Lysol Pontiac of Hubert and Jeff Hensley. Out in front of Chad Little.
We thought he was fading away earlier.
Here comes Chad Little back to take the lead back. He didn't know he was there, I don't think. All of a sudden, somebody rung his bell and said, hey, we just had somebody pass for the lead.
What's wrong with Curtis Markham's car, Randy?
I believe the motor is gone, guys.
Oh.
He just came on the radio and said something is big time wrong. Yep, he's spitting out the back. No question about it. He's in trouble.
Mike McLaughlin comes right up to him and underneath him. And McLaughlin will put the Team 34 car into 2nd place. Here comes David Green.
Just talking about David Green. You want to see a car work around this racetrack right at the moment. It's probably the fastest car out there.